Okay, now you asked a good question. You listen to the answer of the other person. What's next? You have to understand whether you got them. So, key coaching skill number 3 is paraphrasing. Paraphrasing means you give back the answer that another person gave to you to see whether you understood the way they intended to say it. Communication happens on 4 levels. It's what the other person wants to say, what the other person actually physically says, what comes out of their mouth, what the listener receives physically in their ear. That might be, distracted, there might be noises around, and it might not be exactly the same. And lastly, what the listener interprets the words to mean. So there are lots of steps where miscommunication can happen. And by paraphrasing, by giving back what you understood, you can make sure that what the other person wanted to say is that what you interpret. When paraphrasing, try to use different words than the other person used, just so that you give it back to them in a different way and they actually rethink those words. Because sometimes people don't say it exactly the way they wanted to. And then you can help them be aware of that by using different wording. If you're not familiar with that, you can just use the phrase just to see whether I understood you right. You said ... Or you can say, let me just check. You say that ... Those are really simple ways to paraphrase, and even if you don't use the right different wording than the other person, you can gain a lot from using this skill.